Okay, so we have a few announcements today, so please remain quiet. For Penny Wars, it looks like there are a lot of donations coming in, so thank you for people who have donated. If you have not, please make sure you do. This is for a good cause. Again, it's for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It'll help them research more for cancer to help the people who are afflicted with blood cancer. Juniors, you're looking good. And also, I know APs and finals are coming up, so a lot of us are stressed. So this Friday, we'll be having like a fun day to help everyone relax. There's going to be a slip and slide, water vectors. Also, we'll take out the hula hoops and jump ropes again from 80s Day. And there's also going to be music in the quad. So if you want to do that, make sure you bring a bathing suit, a towel, and all that. It's Friday during lunch. Also, exec meeting today. Mr. Fink's room, alum 35, be there. And tomorrow, congratulations to all the new student council members who got elected. Tomorrow it will be your first meeting for all student council members in room 4, alum 30, lunch. Thanks.
Final exam schedule, blog, posted, students, look, print, commit to memory. We also have some other links posted there for you. There's some overview on just how to prepare for final exams, some Yorkies that you might recognize from a few years ago talking about prepping for exams, just sort of our philosophy and approach to getting ready for exams. We want to make sure for those students who are taking their first end-of-year final exams that you are very clear about the idea that we want to support your habits of mind and your habits of heart. That is to say, we're very interested in your academic success as much as your emotional health and well-being. So look to those students up above who have much experience with taking exams, some other students on campus who have been here a little bit longer, and reach out to your classroom teachers and also know that any adult on campus is here to support you in your end-of-year endeavors. And we wish you the best with that. Thanks.
I'm wearing two hats. The first hat is the one that's not my favorite. If you drive a Honda with the license plate 6PSY 860, would you please talk to me briefly outside after break? Switching to the other hat, I don't want this break to go by without acknowledging and us taking a moment to think about the death of a young man in Provo, Utah, who killed himself. He essentially was bullied to death because of his self-identified sexuality. Sexual identity. I think that we're so lucky to live in a community and in a state where we look after each other and we care for each other and we support each other and we don't allow these things to happen. But there are places where they do. So I hope that you will be always vigilant to look out for and support each other. And if you ever feel that you are sad or alone, that you will remember that you're not. There's somebody on this very campus, and a lot of somebodies on this very campus, who love you and care about you and will do anything to protect you. Don't forget that.
Some of the members of the Wilderness Club would like to have a day trip to the Big Sur Gorge on Sunday the 13th. So there'll be a meeting about that today at lunch. And I guess we can't use my room because you're doing student council. So it'll be in what I would call Ms. Keith's room, room 26 at lunch if you think you might be interested in that trip.
So just a quick announcement as sports wind down. For example, the tennis team has wrapped up their season. If you are a senior and you have off-campus privileges, what that means is at 2:45 you can sign off campus and go home and study. If you don't have off-campus privileges, what you should do is either see if you can go into the study hall in the library, or you should sign up for a health and fitness class for the last short duration of the school year. You can talk to Ms. Sinico to find out if there are spots available for those particular classes. If there's not, then the odds are you'll go into study hall. If you have a faculty supervisor for your particular team, for example, someone who's on campus, Mr. Fink, for example, is going to create a study hall in his room at the end of the swim season. But in the case of tennis, because it's an off-site coach, you're going to have to make other arrangements. So please do that. I don't want to hear about particular individuals wandering around at 3 o'clock and someone telling me that, hey, a bunch of your athletes are just fooling around and hanging around after school. That's not okay. So be somewhere. Thank you.
APs are starting Monday. And
tomorrow at 7:40 in the theater, we will meet for the AP pre-administration session. All students taking AP exams must come. The information we fill out tomorrow morning has to be done before you start AP exams on Monday. So at 7:45, Mr. Hudis will be closing the door. So make sure you are seated in the theater at 7:40 with a number 2 pencil and something to write on. Any questions? We will see you tomorrow bright and early.
Okay.
So on Sunday, last Sunday was the Big Sur Marathon. 30 parents and students attended, along with Ms. Sanford. And it was a great success. Everyone had a bunch of energy, and it was a lot of fun. It was early and hard work, but I think we all got a reward out of it. I could speak. But thank you to everyone who helped and parents for driving. It was greatly appreciated.
And I would like to thank Alicia for doing most of the coordination for it.
Just want to say a quick word in recognition of fabulous Fine Arts Weekend. Congratulations to all of you who performed. We had great crowds. It was a wonderful day. It was both entertaining and very, I think, educational in many ways. I learned a lot. I also want to make sure we don't neglect thanking the great teachers who helped you get where you are. The common comment by the uninformed at events like that is, boy, you have talented students. And that's uninformed because it's half true. We do have talented students, but your performances, we all know here, are the result of hard work, a lot of practice, a lot of dedication on your part, and some inspirational teaching. Thank you very much.
Just a reminder, so if you were interested in that trip to Japan that was sponsored by the Rotary Club, so the deadline is tomorrow at the very latest, Thursday, and Sensei is not here because she's at the Model UN conference, so you're to give the applications to me if you're interested.
So unfortunately, when we have a great party like we did on Saturday, there's always cleanup to be done. And there was a significant number of instruments, music, articles of clothing left behind in the gym, including a silver trumpet that wasn't even put away in its case. Be glad that I'm not your father, whoever belongs to that trumpet. We had to get the gym cleaned up, so those instruments, clothing, and music folders are all in the back of the theater by the piano. So you have to get someone to let you in there so you can get whatever it is you left behind. We're not out of the woods yet, all you musicians, so please keep an eye on Moodle about what's going to happen for the next little while. There are instructions up there for testing and remaining rehearsals and whatnot. Thank you.
Bike to York week is next week. If you are interested in biking to York, please talk to Mr. Brookhauser or to myself. But it will be next Thursday is Bike to York week. Bike to York day, I guess.
Bonjour. So, Ms. Sherry mentioned that we have a supportive community, and one of the things that foreign language teachers love is Learning about a different culture and a language helps you appreciate different points of view and become one of those loving people. And I'm excited to present the results for the 2012 National French Contest that 22 of your classmates and colleagues took. All participants scored in at least the 80th percentile, which means they were ranked 20th in the nation. So hats off to all of them who performed. The people who did were Tiana Alexander, Etana Abdelovic, Haley Bartle-Geller, Christopher Calciano, Cedric Coley, Christina Cook, Mateo Crow, Jeffrey Edmonds, Nils Franco, Amy Hartzell, Rowan Herbert, Eric Pinwood, Megan Joplin, Susel Mata, Audrey Musto, Molly Musto, Rosalie Olson, Victoria Pete, Nat Perry, Ben Scott, Brenda Thompson, Nicholas Tiffany, and I want to take just a moment to say in the level 1, 24,000 people in the nation took part in it, and 5 of the level 1 students at York placed in the top 10 nationwide rank. They were Jeffrey Edmonds, they were Eric Hinwood, they were Audrey Musto, they were Nicholas Tiffany, and they were Victoria Pete. In level 2, hats off to Tiana Alexander, who placed in the top 10 nationwide. And in level 3, hats off to Molly Musto and Susel Mata, who also placed in the top 10 nationwide. Sorry, Christina Cook also placed nationwide for top 3, so congratulations.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when I mention chopsticks, ninjas, and the color yellow? That's right, Asians. Now, let's say you saw an article online titled, "Boy receives scholarship to Harvard University for excellence in math." Let's all be honest here. The first thing in your mind is, I wonder if he's Asian. And then you click on the article, see a picture of this Asian guy, and then your next thought will be, yep, he's Chinese. Asians are stereotyped all the time. For example, every person I meet asks me the same question. Hey, are you Chinese? Everyone just assumes that all Asians are Chinese just because pretty much all Asians look the same. I have to admit, even I can't tell the difference between some Asians, but getting me and Shirley mixed up? Yeah, I've been called Shirley more times than you can imagine. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but... Then there's Ching Chong Ling Long, which is obviously Bulgarian, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Also, Ching Chong Ling Long is completely stupid and inaccurate because we Asians can't even pronounce our L's. So the phrase would actually be Ching Chong Ring Wrong. People also think that we Asians are all video game nerds, which is kind of true, I guess. Okay, so we play StarCraft 24/7, but I think the white people here play more Pokemon and MapleStory than I do, which makes me a little worried for them. The list goes on and on. Asian parents are strict. Asians watch anime. Asians eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. An Asian's favorite basketball player is Jeremy Lin. Asians eat dogs. Asians listen to K-pop. Asians do peace signs. But don't worry, if you stereotype Asians in any way, you're not being racist. All I'm trying to say is you can believe in all these stereotypes if you want. But once you actually get to know an Asian, you'll be surprised to find that 99% of all stereotypes are actually true.
This is the Stevenson Cup. And twice a year in April and October, there's a sailing regatta for high school students who sail.
And this April we won. We get to engrave our names on this awesome trophy.
And it's got going to say York for spring 2012. And if you want to be able to sail too, there's the summer sailing camp this summer from the Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club. And there's an open house this Saturday from 11 to 3 if you want to go check it out. And it's on wharf number 2, which is the commercial wharf.
I'm just so tired with all the APs and final exams. I don't know what I'm going to do. How am I going to study for all of it?
I have a solution. For $3, you guys can all buy final survival kits. They include soda, candy, a lot of other essentials. So yeah, pre-order one from one of the Key Club officers anytime, I guess this week. And you can pick yours up during finals review days at lunch in the quad. We'll also have a few extra ones made that you can buy for $5 if you don't pre-order one, but it's cheaper if you buy one or pre-order one now. So do it.
Really, for like this weekend, Saturday 9 a.m. to Sunday 9 a.m. You don't have to come the whole time. Like people are like, I have to be there 24 hours. No, you come when you want. You can leave when you want. You walk. You raise money, and it's a great event.
So even though the event's Saturday, we're trying to promote it all week by handing out these ribbons. If you donate any money to the 3 of us or any other members of the team, you'll get this purple ribbon, and anyone with a ribbon at the end of the week will get a special treat. You can still join the team, so talk to these two or me to get more information.
And definitely you guys come out on Saturday. It's okay if you didn't agree to the Facebook invite. You can show up, and we will be there, and we will have food.
Okay, exciting. Also, softball game today, home game against Trinity. We've been like enemies all season. It's really tense, so come support us and be really loud, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, especially the lacrosse guys who always come. It's great.
Girls, change out at lunch or work talks.
In the past few weeks, we've seen the myriad of talents that Yorkies have to offer, whether it's singing, dancing, using rubber chickens in romantic interactions. But never before have you seen Turkish shadow puppet theater, which the theater production class will be putting on this Thursday at lunch at 11:35 in the theater, and this Friday at 7 o'clock. So be there. It's really fun. It's half an hour, and it'll take your mind off AP Finals.
Go to class.
They're in class.